Dallas County Regional Spatial Board meeting to order. Please stand and we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance and a prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Brown, would you lead us in prayer?
Father in heaven, we bow before you humbly, knowing that we have a big responsibility to our county and to the nation. And we pray that the things that we do today will be not only pleasing to you, but will make our lives better and better for the people in this community. In thy name, amen.
Thank you. Okay, looks like we have a quorum. Andy and John is not here. Leon, myself, and John Oman are here. So, Mr. Brown, you're up. You want to, I assume you want to say something?
We'll say a little bit. I definitely am not going to go over everything because we have that regular board meeting next week. And as soon as Mark gets here, I'd like to get this thing taken care of so John can go to the ball game. I did approve write-off of a $90.65 bill that was owed. She is, yes, incarcerated, so. And the people that bought that house paid, and I talked to Brooke about this, somewhere between the time that they bought the house and paid a payment, this $90.65 got missed. And so we couldn't pass that on to the new people because the flipper that bought it had it for probably 6 months. So talked to Brooke and our new accountant over at Adams County, and we decided that's the easiest and best way to do it. So I did send them an official email so that if Board of Accounts looks at it, they'll know what happened. So anyway, we have received a couple toxin exemptions. I probably spent 45 minutes with Ryan today going over things just to keep that list current. Because we not only, the question, and probably at some point in time we'll ask Mark maybe next week, the question is who is responsible when that time is up? Because some of those people they're exempt until 36.
Okay.
2036.
Yes.
Is the RSD going to be responsible to keep track of that? I know Brooke has the list, Ryan has the list, but who's going to send out the notice at the end of that time? So that is something that the RSD needs to.
Health Department may play a part in it. I don't know.
Right. So, yeah, and Ryan wasn't sure too, but he had sent an email to Brooke last week, and so Mark knows about it, and Mark will decide. So anyway.
How many exemptions are there as of right now?
Not many, 2 or 3.
Is that all?
Yeah. So they're not. Some of them would like to be, but they're not going to qualify. But they have that right to ask.
Sure.
And then has to be reviewed. So, okay. We got 6 panels in. Already had to use one, unfortunately. Not sure if the lightning that struck a year ago caused the problem, but we could never get that panel right. And so I just finally said enough. I'm going to replace the panel. So, and I've checked it every day since, and the new one is working fine. So I am working on to become a notary. All I have to do is pass the test. So, and then they'll do whatever comes next. I always like to give a shout out to Murray Church. They donated some money recently to help a lady in the community that needed help with her sewer bill, and I thought that was real nice. I will have the quotes for the generators service. I got 2 quotes. They're basically the only 2 companies around, and that's Everpar, and then forget what the other guy's name, what he goes by. He's fairly new. He used to work for Everpar. And Derek said he'd like to talk to him and see about getting a quote, because, so anyway, but I am going to have, the guy's name is Josh, Eldebrock or something like that. And I am going to have him, change the sensors on 2 of the generators. The coolant the coolant sensors, excuse me, on one of them, they're both the same generator, same type generator, but on one of them, that sensor will set an alarm saying that the coolant's too low, and on the other one, the sensor itself is leaking, and so it's been dripping, and I would, to be truthful with you, I'd have never seen it, but I had this guy just come around and see what, before he gave a quote, and he said, LA, this thing's leaking. And there was one drop, and it never, we were there 5-10 minutes, the drop never dropped. But then when we checked the antifreeze in it, it was low, not low enough to be a problem, but it had been dripping for a while. So anyway, I just told him go ahead and order those 2 because that's some special order. He's got them in. As soon as the weather gets better, we're going to change them. So I did hear the pitch from BCF over in Adams County. To say the least, Nate Rumslog was not impressed.
Is that right?
Well, it is a service, but like Nate said in the meeting, that it's just one more payment that the people are going to have to pay to make, and they're charging fairly good interest, not terrible, but and they just didn't feel like, and they used the example somebody. Now this is on just for the connection, just for the $2,500 or whatever it costs for the connection. And they used an example and said somebody financed it for 6 years. Who would finance $2,500 for 6 years?
Yeah. I think you have a typo there in that BCS.
I think it is, yeah.
It's not BCF.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I've got the list for the pre-construction meeting that I hope we're all going to attend. That's a start. If you guys think of anything else, be sure. I'm going to add to that when they set those pumps in those pits, they are going to have 2 people, one to hold the cord, the electrical cord, and one to set the pump down in there. We changed out a cord just the other day that had worked its way. I think they put it under when they set the pit in, because
When is that meeting?
12th, the 12th, at 1 o'clock.
Where? Here?
Yes, it is.
At what time?
At 1 o'clock, yes. I do have to get fuel into one generator. If you remember, the generator at Craigville kicked on and stayed running for 60 hours last year, and then whatever day it was so windy last week, or was it Saturday? Anyway, time runs. Anyway, the power went out in Craigville and probably ran 3, maybe 4 hours. I stayed with it to make sure that it would shut back off when the power came on, because I didn't want it to do another trick to us, but it shut off properly. I don't know, Mark, am I supposed to, and I misspelled that too. Yeah.
I see it.
I didn't proof this one. Does the RSD board need to renew my contract?
For 2026?
Yes,
I'll have to look.
that's coming right up.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not gonna quit on you guys, don't worry, but I'll work without a contract.
Annual?
I think it is, and I think we need to check and make sure it's
Can we still have a regular meeting?
next week.
Week from tonight.
Okay.
Yes, next.
He's just going over the stuff we were.
Yeah, we were waiting on you.
Yeah, sorry. I thought the commissioners were ahead of you, were they?
They were.
They were done.
They got in and out.
They were done by 6. Yeah.
Yeah, there's never seen, well, no, I didn't expect this roads to be as bad as they are. People
Yeah.
really like snails.
Oh, I know. And that came up quick again, didn't it? Anyway, we do need to, we're gonna have to have some work done on the gate at Liberty Center. When they installed that thing and I quizzed them about it, they said the specs called for it to be within an inch or so of the ground. I can't get it open, to be truthful with you. I'm gonna have to have help, and I took a pry bar. I cannot,
What is the gate for?
the gate that, for the enclosure where the generator is.
Generator, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
They put it right down on the ground.
Right on the ground. In fact, they had to cut a trench. They set it so low, they had to cut a trench, and now the trench filled up with snow and probably ice. I did get that pried loose. I cannot roll it. So anyway, that's something that's gonna have to be looked at. I don't think, you know, sometimes on those big, long sliding gates, you can put a wheel on the end of it. But I think the way that thing is set, I don't think a wheel's gonna help. So anyway, what's next? I'm done, unless you have a question.
Yep.
We'll go over everything. This is just a preliminary. We'll go over everything next week.
You may have things to add by next week anyhow. Huh?
Oh, I'm sure I'll add.
Well, I'm gonna change this date to tonight's date.
Oh, okay, yeah.
For the purpose of the minutes.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Man, Leon, if we didn't have you.
I just told him that before the meeting.
I told him,
Mr.
earlier
Murphy.
today
Yeah.
too.
All right, so, got the, amended, well, it's actually the service area agreement for toxin. So, if you recall, in the first project, in the first agreement that we had with the city of Bluffton was the master, sewage treatment agreement, and that was signed and entered back on June 9 of 2020. And that was for the first area, which was Murray, and then there was a service area agreement for Liberty Center, and then we did Craigville, and added Craigville, and then when we did Kingsland, in fact, as part of that financing of Kingsland, the city of Bluffton had raised rates right immediately before that, and SR, in combination with SRF and the city, and we entered into an amendment to our master agreement where those credits were established, and there was a formula established in there for how those credits were to be used, so that the district customers that we had had financing for up until that time would not be so negatively impacted because of the financing we had already locked in place. And so we entered into that agreement. It did not include the toxin service area because we didn't get financing for toxin. So here we are now. We finally got financing for toxin, which financing is very favorable and, good amount of grant money. But the rate for just the toxin area is not covered by those credits. But what they did is, with the study from Baker Tilly on the city side and then also reviewed on our side, they followed the same, formula for calculating the new service area treatment agreement and rate. And so the rate that we had up to that point was $3.50 or $3.52 thereabouts per 1,000 gallons. And now our rate, and that's district wide, and now our rate is going to be $3.83 per 1,000 gallons. And that's for all customers. And that's still, that's after applying all of the credits following that formula. I don't know, John, you guys probably went through this at some length with Baker Tilly. Do you have anything to add? Am I covering it?
The credit, the monthly credit stayed the same. The service charge changed a little bit, so did the treatment charge, but they balanced out. Service charge went up a little bit, treatment charge went down a little bit, so. But, the credit amount's the same each month, so we'll see what the effect of toxin is on it. So that remains to be seen, so.
Yeah, and we'll see. Of course, it's based upon metered flow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
girls,
Yeah,
And
exactly.
daughters.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Teenagers take long showers, I think. And of course, then you're more of a household temperature, running the washing machine more and all that sort of thing. But anyway,
Mark, does this new agreement affect our rate going forward?
no,
Not at all, okay.
well,
The
it
rate
doesn't,
won't, it'll be,
I'm talking about the $95 rate.
Yeah. no, our treatment rate, no, the treatment rate for adding the toxin service area, with the financing package that you have, that is gonna be final tomorrow, which is why we had to hold this special meeting tonight to get this agreement. The city's already approved it, we need the RSD board to approve it, and then I'll send a copy of this thing after we get it signed to, Baker Tilly and to bond council and everybody else that wants it, SRF, et cetera, so they know that we've got a treatment agreement. And, so that the actual, the rate to the customer stays the same. Baker Tilly made that recommendation based upon their rate study and knowing that this was going to be factored in. So, we're gonna have a little higher, little more treatment, obviously, well, you have more gallons, but it's gonna be a little bit higher than, it's not just a linear, increase, it's a little bit more, but we're only adding 105 EDUs. So. And then there's
How does this rate compare to Decatur?
I know Adams County is paying Decatur more than $6 a thousand.
Ooh.
For sure.
Thank you, Bluffton.
And it, it all depends, but
Yeah,
and now that we didn't have Adams County didn't have a capital buy-in fee, there's a capital buy-in fee here of $166,000, which you've had for each service area.
Yeah,
And that helps kind of buy down that rate.
yeah.
But yeah, no, we've had a pretty significant treatment rate in Adams for a while. With Decatur, Burn is less, but, because they had gone through a plant expansion as well, and so that affected it.
Okay, so you need a motion to approve.
Yeah, this is the, service area agreement for toxin, number of EDUs is 105, maximum pump rate 31,800 gallons per day. Maximum pump rate for toxin, Kingsland, Craigville, Liberty Center, and Murray combined, all of them, that's 442,200 gallons per day. The map of the toxin service area is attached, shows, where we're going and the areas that'll be connected. And everything is set forth on the schedules. And, that's about it. So yeah, just need a motion to approve this agreement. We'll get it signed and I'll notarize it and then we'll get copies out. This also will get recorded and sent back to the Wells County recorder and it'll get recorded.
Yeah.
So,
Can I get a motion to accept this agreement?
I'll make the motion.
We have a motion on the table. Do I have a second?
second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
All right. All right, well, gentlemen, I'll have you sign it, and I'll fill in the notary when I get back to the office. Have that done tomorrow, and
Anybody got anything more?
get it sent in. That's all I have.
Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
so moved.
Do we have a motion on the table? Do I have a second?
Second?
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
All right, perfect. It just tipped off.
You need, did John need to sign anything?